So one of the key parts of the forest we really focus in on, both just in terms of the natural ecology of forest ecosystems, but also in terms of their sustainable management, is what's out there in terms of the regeneration. So when we use the term regeneration, we're really talking about seedlings and saplings, basically younger trees that are often out there in advance of a disturbance, either us cutting or a windstorm, that then are able to capture that gap or capture that opening that's created and form really the new cohort and a big part of that forest. So in natural forests, it's a really great mechanism for resilience. A mature tree falls down, there's young trees beneath it to capture that space and sustain those benefits. And in a managed forest, including a sugar bush, we have an area like this where we really have a single cohort, so all the same age mature sugar maple. Just focusing in on those mature trees, we might be excited that we have a lot of tappable trees and certainly a lot of sugar maple on the site. But if a windstorm comes through here tomorrow, I'm looking at the regeneration layer, so what's beneath them, and it's primarily ironwood with no maple. And so we want to think through, how do I do things in my sugar bush, and more importantly, in my management, if my goal is long-term dominance of the site by sugar maple, to actually encourage the recruitment and regeneration of that species. What's nice about sugar maple as a species, it likes to regenerate within the duff layer, so we don't need to expose the soil. But nevertheless, it's not as competitive as species like beech and even ironwood in the shade. And so sometimes we actually need to create small canopy openings to advance that sugar maple regeneration and allow it to get up to that canopy as a future part of this forest. And so when you're looking at your sugar bush, it's not just about the sustainability in terms of the tappable trees you currently have, it's also what do I have out there for regeneration to provide that resilience of my sugar bush over time, as well as provide that structure that many birds and other organisms actually are attracted to when they're nesting or foraging on the ground.